So let me explain you some of the basic concepts of meditation, of spiritual world, and then later on we will start with the practical meditation. Uh, Last time, if you remember, we had changed our meditation system to just one point. Actually, it's not changed. I was not using, but now we will be using that. I don't know, Samuel. You were there on the last session, no, right?
I might not.
No. Okay, let me explain it again. So, what we had done before sitting in meditation, we do chanting of Om, Anulom Vilom Pranayam, Soham, and Khenchri Mudra. These are the four things we normally do. And after that, we have to sit like close our eyes and sit down for a meditation. Now, I'm just not changing, adding something. What you have to do when you sit in for a meditation during a Khenchri Mudra, during the tongue kriya, or after that, it's up to you what to do. After that or during that time, you have to just stretch your eyes towards this area. I'm just giving you the point where you have to focus on. Let's say my eyes should look like this. You have to close your eyes, and during that time you have to just look over here for only 5 seconds, not more than that. Only 5 seconds. This 5 seconds is enough, and after that there are two consequences will happen. First consequence is your eye will come at normal place, like at the normal location, or when you put it at a normal location, again it will stretch to there. If it again stretch to the same point, don't try to remove it from there, because once you have done, your work is over. Now you are in meditation and you don't have to worry about what is happening in meditation, because now you have done whatever you have to. So that's done. This is all about just basic concentration. Just first thing you have to understand, meditation is not a concentration. People are saying meditation means you have to concentrate on something. We are not concentrating on anything. Here, when you are putting your eyes over here, we are concentrating, but just for giving a trend. Let me explain you why we are doing it, so it will be very clear for you. Even you do this, the same exercise what you are doing for a meditation, we are just adding up. You can do it during a meditation, even you can do at the time when you want to sleep. And there are too many thoughts in your mind, or you are not able to sleep, or you want to sleep fast. Do it for 5 seconds only. When you do it for 5 seconds, automatically the body reaction, the movements in the body, the vibrations of the body will change, and it will take you to yourself. Because anyway, when you go for a meditation or when you go for a sleep, it is same. Yeah, there are some differences, but technically it is near to same. So let me explain you why we are doing that. Let me say, in Indian scriptures, or even all the religious that I found, I don't know, I might be wrong, but everyone is saying that when you wake up, when you open your eyes, remember God. The first priority should be God. The first priority should be the idol or whatever you are believing in. And then you have to start your day. And it is common for all. I am not talking about only Indian culture. I am talking about all the cultures as per my knowledge. It is there, and the reason is because it will give you a trend. You are like, let's say you are waking up at 7 a.m. in morning, and immediately after that you eat something. Immediately after that, what happened, like when you eat in morning time, your tendency toward food will increase, your focus is increased, your priority increased. So whatever you do in early morning, when there are empty minds and the mind's process is slow, at that time if you do anything, that will go on for a whole day. Same way, if you remember God for after awakening, what happened? You remember for the first time in the morning time. You are saying whatever God you are believing in, remember them, and later on for a whole day they will be with you. The vibrations, the positive energy of that God that is with you, and your priorities are higher for the God. And another thing is that you just keep thinking you can do everything. You can work, you can do computer, you can watch movies, whatever you are doing. But when you are doing anything, that first priority will remain you for a whole day. And that's why all the scripture says that you have to remember God when you wake up. First you have to give the priority. It shows the priority, that what priority we are focusing on. If you have a priority of work, if you have a priority of money, that's right. So when you wake up and immediately thought will come, what I will do and how I can make more money, so your whole day will go for a money. It's not bad, but it should not be a first priority. So that's why all the religions and all the places, they always say that try to go for remembering a God for one time at least in a morning. In Indian scripture there is one God which is called Krishna. What he told that, okay, when you wake up and whatever you do, it's not yours. When you sleep, till that time whatever you had done, that is not yours. But the problem is that we believe that it is I am doing, I have to do, and if you are doing, then you have to bear the consequences whatever you are doing. You are walking on the road. Let's say I'm a spiritual minded person and I believe I should not hurt anyone, even a small insects, animal, anything. It's my mind. I am telling that I don't have to do that. But in practical situation, no, it's not possible. When you walk, you don't know how many small insects you are just crushing. You don't know. And you are killing. When you walk, when you take a breath, you are killing. So that means it's not you. You are doing because you are here. If you don't have a body, then you can do anything. So what he's saying, the God says, the Krishna says, don't worry about those situations, whatever happens in life, just focus on the areas, what you can do or what is the situation. And for that purpose, what he told us, like when it's our tradition in whenever we meet each other, we say Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat means what? You are everything. The total concept, the conclusion of that word is that you are everything. I'm not talking about you are means you, particular you Krishna God or this God or this God. We are saying the universal God, you are everything. So you are automatically devoting yourself towards a God when you wake up. And when you go for a sleep, again you are, whatever you had done for a whole day, that is again going in a one bracket. And so whatever you had done, that is not your part because you are here and that's why you are doing. So in that case, yes, everything you have done, that is not your work, and you don't have to bear the consequences, which is called karma bandhan or karmic creations. So technically, when we are doing meditation here right now, when we do meditation, we have to focus on over here. There are two locations which we should know. This is the location, the throat location. It is called Vishuddha Chakra. This Vishuddha Chakra is owned by Jeev. Jeev means you can say it's a individual, and basically it's a part of the nature power. But anyway, it's considered as a Jeev. It's separated from by the name. So it's called Jeev. Jeev means you are here with your identity. I am here. I am doing something. I am something. And in meditation, what we are doing, we have to come out of that thoughts. I am doing something, that's right, but you are doing because you are here and you have to do. But it's not your part, or it's not your power that I am doing. But here it is, the power is there, the ego is there. So this is called a Vishuddha Chakra, and after that here this is called Agna Chakra. Agna Chakra is this location, and the owner of that Agna Chakra is considered as a soul. Soul is not an individual. Soul is not myself, not me. It's not John, it's not Samuel, it's not Millen. It's soul. There are no names. It's you can say you are coming out of your individuality. And then only you can merge with the universal consciousness. And to do so, here this is the honor of Atma. If you are coming to me because you know that I'm teaching meditation, you are coming to me. So what is your expectation from me? Same thing. When you meet me, I can give you some guidance related to meditation, because I am the person who is connected with all these things. Same way, soul is a honor of universal consciousness. I can't say honor, but it's under his control, the soul, Atma, which is called. So this Atma, when you go towards that, what do you expect? If you go to the pizza, what do you expect? Pizza, right? So when you go towards the Atma, what do you expect? Soul, right? The experience of soul, that is what we are looking for. But again, we don't have to concentrate. If we concentrate, let's say you can ask me the same question, like we can concentrate for only 5 seconds, but why we are not able to concentrate for half an hour? You can. If you stay there for a 5 seconds and then you are feeling the experience of soul, Atma, then why not to focus on for a whole half an hour? You can. But then the problem occurs. What the problem started? When you focus anywhere, wherever you focus, your mind get involved. Whenever there is a mind, you cannot go ahead with the spiritual practices. Whatever activities you are doing, if you do chanting, that's fine. I'm not saying chanting is bad, but I'm saying when you involve in the chanting, your mind is there. And till the time it is there, when you involve in chanting, suddenly something happened and you just lost yourself. During the chanting, you are doing and you gone. 15 minutes, 10 minutes is gone. You don't know where you were. At that time, the mind is not there and you were in some trance situation, transcendental situation. This situation is a real meditation. So anyway, whenever the mind activities are moving out, then only your meditation starts. So just keep in mind why we are doing, I'm just explaining you why we are doing this, adding this one particular portion, that when you sit in for meditation after Khechari Tongue Kriya, you have to focus on your Agna Chakra and just cross your eyes like this, like this. When you do that, it will give you a trend. You are going towards Atma, you are going towards soul, and you are telling that, okay, I'm here, I've seen you, and forget about it. Then this trend will follow during the meditation. Your meditation will be peaceful. I know the thoughts will be there and you don't have to worry about thoughts, but anyway your meditation will be peaceful. If you do it for during the time of sleep, your sleep will be peaceful. If you are doing this in the situation where you are forced by the emotions, let's say someone tells you something and it gives you so much angriness, like you become your adrenaline chemical come out, and it will give you the power that, okay, I want to fight with him because you are so angry. Even at that time, if you are focused or you are awake at that time, during the time starting of anger, if you do it for a 5 seconds, the power of soul will start and it will reduce your anger. So you can use it in a number of ways, but we don't have to focus on. That's what I'm saying. You are showed the way and done. If I want to go to US, you can show me the way. Okay, just go on the 401 and take this exit and you can go, but you can't come with me. Same way, you have the directions because you ask me. Same way, you are focusing on a Atma, you are focusing on a soul. So that means now you don't have to wait for me, you don't have to take me with you, you have to just say, okay, I had seen you and done. So it will create a trend in your body and it will take you to the deep meditation. It will take you the deep sleep. It will take you out from the emotions. So these are the benefits of doing this particular kriya before doing meditation. So this is what I have to explain you right now. Now we will be starting with the basics of meditation. For Milind, I am just going to explain you in a short way. I know you had seen all the videos, but let me explain in a short manner. Okay, the first thing is, when we do meditation, first rule that you have to keep in mind, there are two parts. Actually, there are three parts. The first one, body, mind, And the third part is which is called the energy level. Body, we have to understand how we have to keep body. The rule of a first body is that you have to be relaxed. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are method you are sitting, you can stretch your legs, you can sit here like this, you can take a support of the back, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But when you do that, feel relaxed. You don't have to control it. You have to relax yourself. તમારા શરીરને રિલેક્સ રાખવાનું છે. બીજી વસ્તુ છે, the second thing is that when you do meditation, at that time just close your eyes. Forget about whatever is going on. Forget about everything. Don't open your eyes. Sometimes what happens when you close your eyes and there are thoughts are coming and you might not in a meditation, whatever you are thinking, actually you are in meditation. My belief is, when you do Om, when you do all these kriyas what we were doing, we will do that. Once we do that, after that, when you close your eyes, you are in meditation. Whatever your mind says, I don't know. But you are in meditation for at least half an hour. It is rule. So even if you have too many thoughts during that time, it's your problem. But as per me, if you ask me, I can say you are in meditation. So even at that time, your mind tells you that, okay, you are in or not doing meditation, you are talking with me, there are too many thoughts, so you are not in meditation, open your eyes. Don't open. That's right, accept it. So anyway, relax your body, relax your mind, sit a comfortable posture. And the last thing is that when you do meditation, during that time, number of kriyas will happen. Different people have a different kriyas. If these kriyas will happen, don't worry. You don't have to worry about those things. Let it happen. But if not happening and you are trying to force it, don't do that. Don't force and don't stop. Whatever happens, let it be as it is. Don't worry about like what people will think about me, do I have to stop the kriyas or no? No. You have to let it be here or at your home. Everything is fine. Okay, so these are the basic thumb rule of the meditation for a body. The second rule is that when we talk about mind, the mind have a thoughts and mind's work is to create a thoughts and thoughts will be there. Even you are doing meditation. So if you are thinking that when I sit in for a meditation, there should be a blankness of mind and then you sit in for a meditation, no, it's not like that. Might be the blankness of mind will be there, but after a long period of time, after your practice, after your constant working on that, but it is not a focus. When you sit in for a meditation, there should be a thoughts. If the thoughts are coming, let it come and let it go. Don't worry about those thoughts. Let it come. Even worst and even the best. Let it come, let it go. So what happened? You are focusing only on the Shakshi Bhav. You are just looking at the thoughts and you are just moving out those thoughts. So this is what you have to do during the meditation when we talk about the part of the mind. And the last part is that spiritual energy which we call Kundalini energy. I'm going to explain you, Samuel, that what we have to do. Okay, so this is the energy which is generally residing in us and which is normally it is in dormant position. But when we do meditation, when we do any type of spiritual activities, it will start moving out. And when it starts moving out, there are a number of experiences that people face in their body. They might feel the heat, they might feel the coldness, they might feel some heaviness, some lightness, they might see the lights, their body might shivering, or they fall down on the backside. Number of experiences people have depend upon their own Prakriti or on their own nature, right? So if this happens, don't worry about those things. This is the energy and this is a base. Earlier, physical part, the body and mind is not a base. It is just a starting. But when you understand the meditation, when you are comfortable with the meditation, then these two parts are no use. Because when you sit in meditation, immediately the body control and mind control will be taken over by the energy. And when it is taken over by the energy, you don't have to worry about what you are doing on the part of body and what you are doing on the part of mind. So this is what we have to do. We will be doing 4 kriyas during the meditation. The first kriya I'm going to explain you one by one. So if you have any doubt, Milan, just let me know. First we will do the chanting of Om. So this is a chanting of Om. When I say 1, you have to inhale. When I say 2, you have to exhale, and with that you have to chant Om. This is the first one. Now the second portion is, we will do this for 10 times. So the second portion is called Anulom Vilom Pranayam. In Anulom Vilom Pranayam, you have to take your left hand. You have to use your right fingers, 2 fingers. You have to use your middle fingers. Here, now inhale from the left. Close the left one and exhale it from the right. Again, inhale from the right, exhale it from the left. So this is a 1 Anulom Vilom Pranayam, and we are going to do somewhere around 40. Right now we will be doing at normal speed, but later on you have to, if you are doing it somewhat higher speed, that's fine. You have to make yourself comfortable. Decide that I am okay. I am okay with this speed. That's fine. It's up to you. So you have to do this Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Yes.
શ્વાસ ભરીને રાખવાનો જ્યારે
ના
શ્વાસ લે
એક બી સેકન્ડ નહીં શ્વાસ લેવાનો બહાર કાઢવાનો બહાર કાઢીને ફરીથી લેવાનો પાછો બહાર કાઢવાનો નો હોલ્ડિંગ એટ ઓલ એ હોલ્ડિંગ જે કરે ને એને કુંભક કહેવાય અને એ કુંભકની જરૂર નથી રાઈટ સો ધીસ ઇઝ વોટ વી વિલ ડુ ફોર 40 મિનિટ્સ યસ
બે આંગળીઓ ફોરહેડ પર હોવી જ જોઈએ
યસ 100% એનું રીઝન તમને કહું ઓકે લેટ મી ગીવ યુ ઇન ડિફરન્ટ વે તમે તમારા માતા પિતાના આપણે ઇન્ડિયન કલ્ચર છે લાઈક ઓકે સોરી સેમ્પલ ઓકે સો આપણે વી હેવ અ કલ્ચર in India we have a culture when you are going for any good work, when you are going for anything, let's say you are going for a marriage, you are going for your exam, whatever, you have to bow at your mother and father. This is the tradition. If you ask people over here, or you ask even the kids over here, that can you bow your mother, father, they don't understand. The reason is that when you are bowing something and the person is there, the maximum energy is coming out from your hand. The maximum is coming out from your head first. The second one, it can grasp maximum. The head is gonna taking out energy max, and it can grasp max. Okay, your hand is a second portion where the energy is coming out. All the fingers have a different chakras associated with it, and through that there are the energies which is coming out. This is a second portion. Now when someone bows you, what happened? He touch your feet, so he shows your respect. So now he is accepting, he ready to accept, he is saying that okay, I am surrendering you. And then at the time mother and father touch his head, so it is a place where the maximum energy he can grasp, and we are putting our hand, our fingers from where we can transform the maximum energy. And that's why this is a system. You have to bow at your mother, father, or respectable person, and this is the actual science behind that. Same way, when we do meditation, when we do Anulom Vilom Pranayam, here this is the left finger, the thumb, last 2 fingers, and this finger. Every finger have a energy movements. When you do pranayam, it increase. So if you do like this, something like this, what happen? You are throwing it out. The trend is not created, you are throwing it out. But if you put it like this, automatically through your body the energy will transform from here to your Ajna Chakra. It will move back to your Agna Chakra move back to your body, and that will help you in meditation, and that's why this is the reason. The second reason is that when you use your left hand, you are activating your left hand. That means you are saying your body that anyway enemy trend should be created and your body should not get a maximum hit, because the left side is considered as a cold part. So you are creating a trend that your body should be in a cold format. So whatever you do, meditation will generate an energy, heat, but still your body will be in a normal and the sustainable situation, because the Ida Nadi, the left system, is activated. That's why we are doing this. Okay. So next one is a Soham. Soham have two parts, small and long Soham. Small Soham means you have to inhale, you have to exhale. Inhale, exhale. Normal breathe in, normal breathe out. Okay, after that we have to do it for 3 times. First we have to do it for first time 30 times, second one long one, you have to do it for again 30 times, but that is a longer one. How you have to do longer one? So this is how you have to do for a longer one. So now do it first one for 30 times, second one for 30 times. We will do the both together for 3 times. So the sequence is like this: small 30 times, long 30 times, small 30 times, long 30 times, small 30 times, and long 30 times. And after that I will tell you, okay, do the tongue kriya. Tongue kriya means you have to just round your tongue like this, put it on the palate side over here, try to push it backward as much as you can, and when you push it backward, the water will come out in your mouth. Don't worry about it, just swallow the water. We have to do it for only 15 seconds. After that you have to put your tongue on the same position, normal position, and after that you can do the stretching, Agna Chakra center stretching kriya. We have to do it for 5 seconds only, and after that just close your eyes, forget about everything, just sit and be quiet. So this is what our system of meditation. Now anyone have any question? Everything is clear?
Just one thing, Gaur. When you're at that point where you're doing the meditation, so the Shakti is active in your body now.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So does it has healing and beneficial effect too?
100%.
And it's going through the 72,000 nadis?
Definitely.
Okay.
See what happened. Whenever you are doing any type of spiritual practices, I'm not talking about only meditation, I'm talking about any of the spiritual practice in the world.
Right.
When you do that, there are the movements in Shakti, there are the movements in energy.
Okay.
It might be a higher level, it might be a lower level, but there are the movements. And the first rule of the meditation is, when you sit in for a meditation, first of all it will try to heal the body and take you to the level where it is standard body level. Because if you don't have a standard body level, in that case you just keep focus on your body. You have a pain on a leg or you have a pain in a stomach, what happened? You are just saying, okay, I am sitting in meditation but I have a pain over here, I can't sit for a longer period of time. So even during that time, whenever you sit in for a meditation, it will try to heal first the body. Once everything is fine, then it will go ahead with the spiritual benefits. If your body is not well, it will be a problem. So it's not a problem actually. The energy will heal first there, and then it will try to move towards the spiritual part. And that's why in Indian culture, in yogic philosophy, it says that you have to take a food, but the food should be a sattvic. Sattvic means sattvic.
Healthy.
Pure.
Not fermented.
Not
Fermented.
not fermented.
Sattvic, tamasic. So these are light foods like vegetarian food.
Yeah, light food, the good food which create a
Fast food though.
good feelings in the body. Let's say if you eat too much chili sauce, what happen? Your the whole body system
Agitated.
it's reacting, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, meditation have to clear down that chili effect, and then you can go ahead. But if you take chili effect every day, so you sit in meditation, clear a chili effect, and you are out, but you are not getting any spiritual benefits. And that's why they are saying you have to take a food, but that food should be a sattvic one. Okay. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like I was smoking before a couple of months. I
That's
just
fine.
quit it. The 30 times you said, maybe I cannot do that.
30.
30 times એ તમે ભસ્ત્રિકા મારાથી નહીં
ડોન્ટ વરી સી એક રૂલ યાદ રાખજો, જેટલું તમે કરી શકો ને એટલું કરજો. જરા પણ ફોર્સ ના કરતા. શરીરમાં ક્યાંય બી તકલીફ લાગે ને, ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ કરતા હો, કોઈ દિવસ કર્યું ના હોય ને ઘણી વખત, તો ઘણાને શું થતું હોય કે અહીંયાનો કે અહીંયા પાછળના બૈડામાં સ્નાયુ ખેંચાય, અથવા તો એ કમ્ફર્ટેબલ ના હોય, સારું ફીલ ના કરે, તો એ ટાઈમે તમારે અટકી જાઓ. તમારું બોડી ના પાડે છે કે આના કરતાં વધારે સ્ટ્રેચ નહીં કરો. ડોન્ટ વરી, ત્યાં ધીમા પડી જાઓ, અટકી જાઓ. એવું લાગે કે હવે ઓકે લાગે છે તો ફરીથી તમે થોડું સ્ટાર્ટ કરો, ધીમે ધીમે જ સ્ટાર્ટ. એટલે જ આપણે ધીમે ધીમે કરીએ છીએ. અને એના પછી જેમ તમારે રોજે રોજ કરતા જશો ને એમ આ વસ્તુ તમારા શરીરને સેટ થતી જશે, પછી શરીરને વિરોધ નહીં હોય. બટ વેન યુ આર ડુઈંગ ફોર અ ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ, યસ દેર વિલ બી અ મુમેન્ટ્સ કે જ્યાં તમને કહેશે કે નહીં, હવે નહીં, હવે સ્ટોપ થાવ, થઈ જવાનું. નથિંગ ટુ વરી. ઓકે, સો નાઉ વી વિલ બી સ્ટાર્ટિંગ મેડિટેશન. Just close your eyes. Relax your mind. So first of all, we will remember Lord Krishna, who is considered as a master of yoga. Then we remember our Guruji, who is considered as our Guru and who showed us the path of meditation and spiritual practices. And before all this thing, we have to remember Lord Ganesha, who is a starting point of every good activities, who always gives a good blessings. And now we are starting with our meditation. First of all, we will do a chanting of Om. So I am giving you directions. 1, 2. One, two. 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 1, 2. One, two. One, two. One, two. Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Take your left hand, put your left thumb on the left side of nostril, remaining last two fingers on the right side and the central fingers on the center part of your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Small breathing. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Longer breathing. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. smaller breathing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Longer breathing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Sanctuary Mudra.